Hello, my name is Anthony Miller, and today I will be talking about how the initiative and a referendum are the heart of the direct democracy in Arizona. Firstly, I will be talking about the definitions of initiative and a referendum. An Arizona initiative is a process by which citizens can propose new laws or amendments to the state constitution through a petition process by passing the state legislature. A referendum, on the other hand, it allows citizens to challenge laws passed by the state legislature by collecting signatures to put the law for a popular vote. If enough signatures are gathered, the law is suspended until the next general election, where voters can decide its fate if they want to uphold the new law or not. Um, in Arizona, initiatives and referendums are created through a petition process. Firstly, it's the initiative process. This process, citizens can draft a proposed law or constitutional amendment. Once they gather a certain number of signatures from registered voters, the number of signatures required depends on the type of initiative, state statute, or constitutional amendment. And once enough valid signatures are collected, the proposal is placed on a ballot for the voters to decide in the next general election. Secondly, it's the referendum process. If citizens want to challenge a law by state legislators, they can initiate a referendum. Once they collect enough signatures from registered voters within a specific time frame, once they're gathered, the law is suspended until the next general election, where the voters decide to uphold it or reject it. Both processes require careful organization through significant resources and specific legal requirements. Thirdly, in Arizona, both initiatives and referendums are methods to citizens to directly participate in legislative process, but they serve different purposes. For initiative, it allows citizens to propose new laws or amendments to the state constitution. The purpose for a referendum allows citizens to challenge laws passed by the state legislature. The origin for initiative, it originates from citizens who draft and propose a new law or constitutional amendment. The origin for the referendum originates from citizens who seek to challenge a new law passed by the state legislature. The process initiative, like I said earlier, citizens gather signatures to place their proposal on a ballot for popular vote. For the process for referendum, citizens gather signatures to challenge a recent enacted law, putting it on hold until voters decide its fate. Number four, timing. The initiative can be initiated at any time, but typically it requires a significant planning and organization. And the timing for the referendum must be initiated within a specific time frame after the law is passed. And lastly, the outcome. If in the initiative process, if approved by voters, the proposed law or amendment becomes enacted. In a referendum, if voters reject the law in question, it is repealed or overturned. Initiative and referendum both have pros and cons. In Arizona, I'm going to talk about initiatives, the pros first, for the pros and the cons of the initiative. Pros, they have direct citizen participation, the checks and balances, and policy innovations. The cons of an initiative is complexity and potential for confusion and special interest influence. The pros and cons for a referendum is democratic accountability, protection of rights, public awareness. And the cons for the referendum is potential for delay, manipulation by special interests, and a risk of polarization. Both initiative and referendum offer avenues for citizen participation and serve as an important tool for democratic governance. However, they also present challenges and risks that must be carefully considered to ensure the integrity of the legislative process and the protection of democratic principles. In the Arizona Constitution, the principles of direct democracy are supported through an initiative and a referendum. These mechanisms for citizens to directly participate in the legislative process through initiatives They allow citizens to propose new laws or amendments to the state constitution without involvement of the state legislature. This process embodies the principle of direct democracy by enabling citizens directly shape public policy through ballot box. And lastly, by gathering signatures and placing their proposals on the ballot. For referendums, they allow citizens to challenge laws passed by the state legislature, putting them up for a popular vote. The mechanism ensures that the legislator remains accountable to the people, as citizens have the power to overturn laws they disagree with. And lastly, for referendums, they serve as a check on the legislative branch, providing means to citizens to voice their approval or disapproval of enacted legislation. Both initiatives and referendums align with the principles of direct democracy outlined in the Arizona Constitution by empowering citizens to directly participate in the democratic process, exercise their political rights, and hold their elected representatives accountable. These mechanisms promote citizen engagement, foster transparency, and help ensure that government decisions reflect the will of the people. Thank you for taking your time out and listening to how the initiatives and the referendums are the heart of the Arizona democracy. Hopefully I didn't talk too fast, and hopefully I got enough information out to you so you can take some of this information about the Arizona Constitution. Thank you, and I appreciate it.